You've heard the name thrown around everywhere, right? The Magnificent Seven. But what does it really mean when just a handful of companies have this much power? Enough to shape not just the stock market, but, our entire world. Let's get into it. To really wrap your head around their power, you only need to look at one number, 33%. It's kind of wild. By the end of 2023, these seven companies made up nearly a third of the S&P 500's entire value. Think about that. The performance of this tiny group can literally steer the direction of the whole market. So what are we really talking about here? Well, the Magnificent Seven is basically just a cool nickname for the most dominant, high-performing tech companies out there. These are the giants, and whether they have a good day or a bad day creates ripple effects for pretty much every investor. And the name itself, where did that come from? It was actually coined by market analysts, and it's a nod to the classic 1960 Western movie. The whole idea is that just like the heroes in the film, these seven companies are seen as totally exceptional. They stand apart from everyone else, defending their turf with just massive innovation and financial power. Okay, let's meet the players. First up, the titan of tech, Apple. You know them for the iPhone, of course. But their real genius is that seamless ecosystem of products and services. It creates this incredible customer loyalty that's almost impossible to break. And the result? A mind-boggling 10-year return of over 500%. Now, while Apple was conquering the consumer world, Microsoft was busy dominating the professional world with its software. But its modern growth story is all about the cloud, with Azure, and a massive, massive push into AI. And that has paid off, delivering an 800% return over the last decade. Then you've got Alphabet, the company that basically organizes all the world's information. Through Google Search and YouTube, it has a virtual monopoly on how we learn and entertain ourselves online. It's all fueled by a digital ad empire that's driven nearly 500% growth. We all know Amazon for completely changing how we shop, but its real powerhouse is actually kind of hidden in plain sight: Amazon Web Services, or AWS. This cloud division is the backbone of the internet itself, and it's what's propelled Amazon to over 800% returns in a decade. Now, this story is just explosive. I'm talking about Nvidia. It used to be known for making chips that power video games, but its specialized chips, called GPUs, have become the absolute essential engine of the entire AI revolution. This is the hardware that powers the AI ambitions of everyone else. And that pivot created a nearly unbelievable 10-year return of over 19,000%. Okay, so from the hardware of AI, let's talk about the software of human connection with Meta. As the owner of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, it just dominates social media. Now it's making this huge bet on the next big thing, the metaverse, all building on a growth story of over 550%. And rounding out our seven is Tesla. It's more than just a car company. Tesla completely blew up the auto industry and basically single-handedly kickstarted the modern EV market. Its focus on innovative tech and sustainable energy has just propelled it to incredible heights, with a return of nearly 1,700%. This table tells such a fascinating story. Look at those long-term returns. They are absolutely astronomical. But then, look at the one-year returns. They're all over the place. It's a really clear reminder that even for these giants, past performance is no guarantee of future results, and things in the market can change really, really fast. So, investing in these giants is a classic double-edged sword. On one hand, you get all the benefits of their market leadership and their insane financial power, but the risks are just as big. Their stock prices are super high, governments are starting to scrutinize them more and more, and then there's something called concentration risk, which is basically the danger of putting way too many of your eggs in one very powerful, but still single, basket. For anyone out there looking to get some exposure to these companies, there are a few common ways to do it. You can, of course, buy shares of each company one by one, which gives you direct ownership. Or you could buy a broad index fund, like one that tracks the S&P 500, which holds all of them. Another option is to look for a themed ETF that specifically tracks just the Magnificent Seven. Which really brings us to the final, and maybe most important question. The Magnificent Seven absolutely rule the market today, no question. But in the incredibly fast-moving world of tech, even titans can fall. History shows us again and again that the leaders of one decade are rarely the leaders of the next. So who's it going to be? Who will rule the market tomorrow? Thank you for watching. If you got something from this, please like the video and support the channel by clicking on the subscribe button. That really helps us.